High Point kids, parents, and volunteers, I've got some important information for you. This is a two-part video. The first half is for parents and volunteers, and then the second half is for our volunteers, and I'll let you parents know when you don't have to watch anymore. But this is a big weekend. This is Christmas Eve. This is one of our biggest opportunities of the year to share the love of God and the reason for the season. And our kids have been working hard for their part of this weekend, Christmas Eve at High Point Church. We've got 3 services, our normal ones at 9 o'clock and 10:30, and an additional one at 4 p.m. And a big part of this service is the kids part, where they're going to be singing Go Tell It on the Mountain. Hey, if your kids need to practice a little bit, with this video is a link. You can download the MP3 or watch the video on YouTube and make sure that your kids know this song as best as possible. Now, first of all, there is a rehearsal tomorrow night, Thursday night. We need every elementary kid who can be there to come. And I know rehearsals don't sound exciting, but we're gonna make it fun. It's from 7 to 8:30. And the kids are toward the beginning of the program, so they're gonna learn how to line up and go in and where to stand and all that. And then they're gonna come into Aspen, and I'm gonna have something really fun planned for them while the adults are planning and practicing the rest of the service. And then we're going to be practicing it one more time as they do their second run through for the dress rehearsal. And then after that run through, the kids will be welcome to go home. So they don't have to stay for the entire 2 run-throughs, basically 1.5. So from about 7 to 8:30, they need to be here. Again, early childhood don't need to, but elementary kids. So please be on time. Be here before 7 o'clock and be ready to have a fun time practicing the song. The more kids that can come really helps. So with the kids who couldn't be here, we want the majority of the kids to really know what to do and where to go and where to stand, because we want to really do a wonderful job of presenting, you know, the gospel to our visitors. So that's tomorrow night, and it's going to be fantastic. All right. In fact, we're going to give a Dairy Queen gift card to every kid who comes to the rehearsal, and that's going to be a good little bonus for them for coming. And I'm going to do a game show during our time of waiting in here, give away some prizes and Christmas game show, and it's going to be really fun. Now, when it comes to Sunday, please be on time to church. The kids are lining up right toward the beginning of the service and participating. So if you're late to church, your child may actually miss participating in that part of the service. So be on time and be checked in and be ready so the kids can go in. Dress Christmassy. We don't have any uniforms, but don't wear, you know, your Bronco jersey. Dress red shirts and green and the pretty dresses, and you know, maybe the boys even wear their little Christmas ties, whatever. It's festive and we want the kids to look wonderful. So just make it a dress up Sunday and have the kids look wonderful. If they're jeans and t-shirt, then just at least make it a red t-shirt, green or something like that. So if they just look adorable, you know it's a photo op, as well as a wonderful time for them to sing. So that's gonna be fantastic. Now we are asking if the kids could sing in at least 2 of the 3 services. We don't want to have a service that doesn't have a lot of kids singing. So we're asking if the kids would come and be willing to sing in at least 2 of the services. And so maybe in that second service, after they sing, maybe then you can go home or something like that. But we've done something extra special. We know if you already came to church in the morning and the kids sang at one of the early services in the morning, it might, you know, be a stretch to come back for 4 p.m. So we have booked something really special for the 4 p.m. service. I've got a friend that's coming all the way from the North Pole, all right, from Colorado Springs, but this is a professional Santa Claus who's coming, and he's going to be sharing a delightful program for the kids, a magical program, but he's going to be sharing the story of the true Saint Nick and where this whole legend of Santa Claus came from. And he won't spoil anything for the young kids who are enjoying believing in Santa Claus, but he's going to share the gospel, and he's going to share the story of St. Nick, and it's going to be a wonderful time. And that's going to be for the 4-year-olds all the way up through elementary in Aspen. After the kids sing in church, they're going to come in for this incredible program that's only at the 4 p.m. service. And so we hope that a lot of you will come back for that 4 p.m. after having sung in the morning as well. And again, we're going to give a Dairy Queen gift card to every kid who sings at every service. And so, boy, if they come to rehearsal and they sing at 9 and then they come back and sing at 4, they're going to get a bunch of Dairy Queen, and they're going to be pretty excited about that. And so that's going to be wonderful. So parents, please make the rehearsal a priority. Please come on time to church. And the last thing for parents is some of them have asked, what about the kids sitting with us and enjoying the rest of the Christmas Eve service? Certainly we understand that some of you would like to do that, especially if the kids are here for 2 services. After the kids sing, they are coming back into Aspen, and I'm going to have a Christmas message and a Christmas service plan for them in the morning services. However, if you would like the kids to sit with you, you can, but we ask that you've got to plan and arrange for that ahead of time with your kids. You've got to make sure they know where you're sitting and that you've saved a seat for them, because after they're singing and they're leaving with me to go back to kids' church, they've got to know exactly where you are. The sanctuary's dark. We don't want kids wandering around. We don't want some kid to start panicking or crying because he doesn't know where mom or dad is. And certainly it could be distracting to others if there's kids, wandering around the sanctuary. So you will really have to coordinate that yourself with your child. Maybe before you drop them off, say, hey, we're going to be right here. This is your chair. After you sing and you're dismissed, you just come right to the spot. So the kids are going to sing. Then I'm going to do a kids corner moment with me and Pastor Gus, Pastor Gus, and then the kids will be dismissed, and you can do that at this time. So hey, parents, thank you for helping make this a wonderful Christmas Eve. You can stop watching because I've got some details for the volunteers now. Volunteers, first, early childhood volunteers. The 4 and 5-year-olds will be participating. As soon as they check in on Sunday morning, right about after the time the service starts, you need to line them up. Make sure you count the kids. You can use those security ropes and lead them into the Aspen Theater, because we're all going to leave from one place, all right? Kids who arrive later, you need to leave a volunteer in the room there, and they just won't participate in the service. So the kids are there on time, right when the service starts, about 2 minutes into the service. Line them up and bring them into Aspen Theater. I'm going to be in the sanctuary watching the service, because at about 9 minutes into the service, when the song Shine starts, I'm going to be bolted out of the back of there, coming through the lobby, coming to the Aspen doors here, and saying, okay, it's time to go. So the early childhood will need to already be lined up and ready to go. And the elementary leaders, you guys will need to have the kids seated and ready to go. And once I come in, they can stand up and we can start to go through the lobby, and quietly, of course, and then we will be right outside the doors, ready to go. And then there's going to be a video that plays, a nativity video. It's kind of a humorous thing, so it's not super serious. And during that video is when we are going to enter the sanctuary quietly, of course, and take our spots up on the stage and face the audience. And then, of course, when it's time, the music will start and the kids will sing "Go Tell It on the Mountain," this song that they've been practicing since early in November. And then after that, the kids are going to turn around, and I'll be there with Gus in my stool, and I'll do a little moment there, a little lesson with Gus. And then when that's done, we will lead the kids out. And at the rehearsal on Thursday night, we're going to work out which doors we're going to enter and exit. I don't know that yet. We'll know that tomorrow night, and then we'll know that on Sunday morning. So we need as many volunteers as we can to be here and to help. If you could help at as many services as possible, even if it means after you've attended the whole thing, you could come and help for the choir and then split because you've already been a part of it. That's fine too. But Christmas Eve is a hard time to recruit volunteers because it's family time, and I know families in town and a lot of exciting things are going on. But this is also a huge opportunity for us to minister to our community and to our guests. All right, park over at Lowe's. Make sure that we make room for our guests. If you see someone you don't know, greet them, especially greet and welcome the kids. All right. And any kids that don't know the song or guests, they'll be welcome just to stay in the room. We'll have some volunteers stay here in Aspen with them. And then at 4 p.m., we're going to have that great guest. It's going to be wonderful. I'll have a service for the kids in the morning, and it's going to be a wonderful Sunday. Well, I wanted to keep this video under 10 minutes, and I've got 10 seconds left. So be praying about Sunday. It's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to make Sunday the high point of our kids' week.